So today is a pretty big day, actually. We have some rigs coming down to the shop. I had a buddy of mine reach out to me, one of my old friends, the Garner brothers, the twins from Dirt Cinema. We've done a couple deals and worked together a couple times over the years. And they hit me up with a very random text a few days ago. And what they said was, hey, we found some old Datsuns, would you want to buy one? I'm like, what does that really mean, right? Next thing is I get a text message from them. It's a picture of a first-gen Datsun. It's a 280Z. I didn't know exactly what year it was yet. It was blue and sitting in a barn, completely covered in dirt. And what I could make out on the license plate was that it was last registered in 93. Well, I guess 92. The sticker was up in 93. So this car had been off the road for 20 years. And when I started to ask for some more photos and some more videos and stuff, because this thing is up in Santa Barbara, and they're doing some walk-arounds, checking the thing out, and it looks mint, right? It looks like it's in such good shape. I wasn't exactly planning on buying an old Datsun right now, but it's one of those things where, like, just the other day, like a few days before, I was chatting with Liz and saying like, yeah, kind of like, start putting an eye out for another Datsun, because obviously we got, Gold Leader here, which is a total ripper, but it's completely customized inside and out. I was like, I kind of want to keep my eye out for a nice, clean factory Datsun that we could, utilize in the future, maybe just store it, maybe just keep it, maybe, who knows what to do with it. But, the used car market's so crazy right now that I didn't want to miss my chance to grab another one. So I just keep asking for more video, and they're walking around, they're checking it out, they're talking to the owner. And essentially the owner had to get like 20 cars off of his property in like 10 days. And so he was whipping up a fire sale. He had 4 Datsuns there, and there was 2 clean ones. The blue one was factory engine, all factory interior. There was a white one that had a V8 swap in it, which I wasn't really interested in. Then there were 2 kind of beat up roller chassis that were sitting outside. One was banged up quarter panels and fenders and sheet metal, but the chassis looked really straight and it looked like it had very minimal rust. The other one had like a rusted out A pillar, rusted out C pillar. Looked like it was pretty bad. So basically we bought the blue one and the clean bodied, no rust one, and they're on their way down right now.
This one is perfect, almost. It's just been sitting a while, so it needs probably a new rear bumper, a quick paint job. The wheels are cool, has old nittos on it, the interior's perfect. This thing is crusty, but this one is pretty. This bumper is against the wall, so we didn't do this, I promise. This thing barely clears 2 Z's. But this one is like, I don't know. The front end kind of fell down. You can see that kind of fell apart. So we didn't really see that. Nice driving, Slick.
The twins just arrived. They brought some special treats. So this is, the 2 Datsuns that I was telling you about that we picked up. This is the super rad ultra clean one. We'll get that one in a second. This one, these guys are laughing. I knew it was pretty beat up because here's the deal. The plan for this car, yes, it looks absolutely atrocious, but I wanted to build a Datsun, like a wild Datsun build. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it's just been in the back of my mind for a while. I wanted a chassis that I was not going to care about just absolutely molesting, because we're gonna be cutting this thing to complete pieces. So, like the quarter panel is rusted out, that's getting cut off. The rocker panels are rusted out, that's getting cut out. What I do have that is good is the cowl section, the windshield section, the upper, the roof, and all that. That's what we need, and that's what we're gonna keep. That's what's gonna define the actual Datsun. But this part, that is incredible. Actually, that is like beyond. I didn't realize. How did you guys not notice that?
Well, I started ratchet strapping it on. I was like, oh, the frame fell off. And it was dark and it was surprise.
This is surprise. Yeah, this is atrocious.
Rust in the.
This is the worst car that I have ever bought. It's the worst car I've ever seen get sold.
Sorry,
but
man.
it's all good. It's all good. Like I said,
really nice hood on it.
Yeah, it had a nice hood on it. It's on the 405. Yeah, so we lost a part there. But yeah, so this thing is super rough shape. I know it's in super rough shape, but it's all straight, right? Like, you know, the hatch lines are there, you know, it's gonna need to get sanded down. But like I said, it has all the metal here, that's the part that I was concerned about. The other chassis had rust all through here, and then this was rusted out. And so, like I said, this thing, it's going to get stripped down. We're gonna cut the floor out. We're gonna cut the whole front end off of it. It's gonna get a whole new front suspension set up, whole new rear suspension set up if we get to this build. This thing just must have been sitting in a ton of grass, just getting the condensation through the floor, just absolutely destroyed the floor, but we're not keeping the floor. So, whoa, this side looks way worse. Let's go back to the other side.
Are you sure that's a bad side?
Yeah, the other side got the frame on the ground.
Just look at the blue car.
Yeah. So outside of that though, this is the absolute barn find. This is a 1975 Datsun 280Z that has been sitting off the road for 20 years. So this thing has just been sitting in the barn. Looks like they did some burnies on it though. And just like, there's just no rust. There's no rust anywhere. So it's got, you know, there's obviously, you know, a little on the muffler, that's fine. But the body's all straight, you know, the pinch welds are all good. You know, just a little surface there, we could sand that out and patch that up, but yeah, just everything on it is there. So this car is going to be restored and kept in its factory style form. I don't intend on doing a gold leader version out of this. Basically, this one's gonna be the mild one, like the very stock, very chill, restored. Check out this interior. This interior is incredible. You know, doors open perfect. You know, original dash. That's like, you just don't get that. Original dash, consoles here. Still has a lot of the factory components still in here. Factory steering wheel, door panel looks great. We'll probably get some fresh carpet for it, some fresh seat covers or fresh seats. You know, maybe just get these reupholstered. Just looks like they got a little worn out, but they actually look pretty good. Actually, they look really good. Jeez. Okay. Try and fix up this armrest a little bit. Those wear out all the time. They're worn out on mine too, but yeah, just no rust on this thing. It's beautiful. So this car will get a very, very light amount of tasteful mods. I'll probably ditch the bumpers and do the 240Z style bumper conversion on it just to clean it up. We'll get some new wheels and tires on it and go through the motor, polish this paint up, see how good it comes, get this molding off, get this kind of cleaned up, maybe get the classic style mirrors on there versus these. You know, hold on to those in case somebody wants them. But outside of that, this thing is gorgeous, especially for what it is. Look at that, dude.
That's what you want.
Yeah, got a couple rat turds. But yeah,
This
all
one
the
has it too.
yeah, the service light.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, it's a little. You flip the little switch and it's got a little light bulb on the
Shit,
end.
yeah, he was showing me on that one. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, factory motor,
Nice.
numbers matching motor. So same thing, very rare. They always have swaps in them. Everybody's always swapping these things. Fuel injected. This is when they start running on fuel injected. So it's got the mass airflow sensors. We can clean that up. So I'm on the fence if I want to clean it up and run it fuel injected or convert it to carb. You know. So I'll have to see. I'll have to see if that like devalues it in some capacity, like not having it true to form. Yeah, it might. You know, people get a little touchy when it comes to classic car stuff. Like, you know, don't touch it. Leave it bad.
Leave it.
Yeah. not you. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. He's like,
Don't touch it. No, but this thing, they didn't try and turn it over or anything. We're not sure the condition of the motor. That's one of the question marks here. But what I wanted to do was get it back here. We're gonna pull the plugs out, fill the cylinders up with some oils to try and help break down any carbon that's built up, because we know it has. Because the big thing with a car that's been sitting this long is you can crack the rings because there'll be rust inside those cylinder walls. So you want to fill the cylinders up, let it kind of break that rust down, soften it up, and then you slowly turn the motor over by hand, you know, clean it up, and hopefully, you know, still has compression. If not, at least it's a small little motor. We can fix it real quick. Beautiful. not beautiful. Maybe one day it will be beautiful. But for what it is, it's gonna give us all the measuring points and all the mounting points that we need. Like I said, we're gonna, basically the whole thing is gonna be sectioned from here up. We're really only gonna be using that top half of the car. So as long as that's in good shape, which it is, it's all we really purchased it for. That and the, you know, the VIN number, the title. So I will not feel bad about throwing the bottom half of that car in the garbage, because that's pretty much exactly what's gonna happen to it, because it is really bad. Way worse than I thought, but it's all good. It's all good.
What did you buy us, Chris?
Dude, don't.
What?
Go look at that one. Go look at that one.
Don't mind this guy.
First bath in a long time. 20 years worth of dirt.
Oh,
Right?
at least. Let's see if you know how to work this thing.
Let's see. Hang on. Start. Open. What an absolute turnaround for this thing. Just getting the dirt off is all we really did. Just a quick hose down, and it's looking so much better already. So I know the paint's a little rough on it, and we knew that. And you know, it's been sitting for so long, but just to get the dirt off and just seeing, you know, the actual body itself, there's practically no dents. There's hardly any rust. So this thing is mint condition for what it is. Just really, really stoked on it. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. It's pretty wild.